All rise!
Sports Court is in session. Welcome to Sports Court. Once again, we're talking about the NCAA tournament. This week, there's been some history that's happened. Fairleigh Dickinson, a 16 seed, beat Purdue, a 1 seed. Just the second time that's ever happened. So we're wondering, is FDU's win the biggest upset in NCAA tournament history? I don't think so. If for no other reason, then it's the second time a 16 seed has beat a 1 seed. So I would argue that UMBC beating Virginia is the biggest upset in NCAA tournament history because that Virginia team went on to win the national championship the next season. Loyola Marymount beating Michigan back in 1990 when the Wolverines were the defending national champions. You could argue Richmond being the first 15 seed to ever upset a 2 when they knocked off Syracuse. I believe that was back in 91. The tournament's wonderful for upsets. I don't think FDU over Purdue is the biggest ever.
I think it was one of the best games ever in the tournament history, but I don't think it's the best upset either. I have to go with not like a specific game, but just a specific team, the Butler Bulldogs in the early 2010s. A Butler Bulldog team that went to the national championship back-to-back years, and it would have been the greatest Cinderella story of all time if Gordon Hayward hit that half-court shot that just barely missed to beat Duke in the national championship game in 2010. But if you look at that team, Gordon Hayward, he's been in the NBA for 10-plus years, the head coach of that Butler team. He went on to be on the head coach at the Boston Celtics, and now he's up in the front office of the Celtics organization. Those things would have never, ever, ever happened if Butler didn't go on that run. So to me, Butler winning is my biggest upset ever.
Spartan fans all over the nation are cussing you out right now, Mark, because everyone can see just as vividly as I can a Michigan State team in 2010 that makes it to the Final Four led by Draymond Green, and there is an all-time great picture of Draymond Green attempting a final shot that would have tied the game, and Gordon Hayward's hand is locking him up on the wrist during the follow-through. It's a foul as clear as day. Somehow the Indiana officials missed that call. Butler wins, of course, goes on to the national championship against Duke, as you mentioned. That was a great run for Butler, but it shouldn't have happened because they should have lost to Michigan State. There are all-time great upsets throughout the history of the tournament, but Tom Izzo said something recently that I think speaks to this particular 16-1 upset. The bottom is rising. 16 seeds aren't as bad as they used to be. If you were a 1 or a 2 seed back in the day, Tom Izzo said that was an automatic bye to the second weekend of the tournament. He goes, now there's no guarantee you win a game. So I think the 15, the 14, the 16 seeds are getting better and better. These upsets are becoming more and more prevalent.
Which is great for the game, which makes the March Madness the best tournament in the history of sports.
Our director, Mark Doppler, says the World Cup is the best tournament in sport. That'll be another argument. That'll be another sports court that we do on what's the best tournament, though. So what's your verdict? Go to Facebook and comment, and next week we'll highlight our favorites.
Last week we asked how far MSU will go in the tournament, and they proved us and a lot of the commenters wrong. They're still going strong.
I was wrong. I thought they'd lose to USC. Michigan State made it to the Sweet 16. But Jason had a very pointed comment everyone should keep in mind. Farther than Michigan. That rivalry never takes a day off.
And it's true. While we cool off the courtroom after that burn, Sports Court is adjourned.